rapidly becoming a new catchphrase on this channel of catchphrases is, there is no end to the depravity of the progressive left. There is no bottom to their immorality. There is no sick, inhuman, and savage depth they will not sink to. I'm going to discuss a little bit here the topic of the white genocide. No, I heard what you just thought in your head. Oh, you mean that alt-right fucking conspiracy theory where white people are being outbred in Western countries and that immigrants are being imported with the interest of making the white race disappear. And we the fucking say the 14 words, whatever shit. No. The literal genocide of white citizens in South Africa, as in the wholesale slaughter, murder, and rape and torture of white human beings in South Africa, that is at this time allegedly not only being, not allegedly, guaranteed encouraged by the black supremacist government of South Africa, the ANC, but is quite possibly being funded and organized by said government. That at least remains unconfirmed, but what is confirmed is that hundreds of people are being killed every year. Now, the entire media, even conservative biased media like Fox News in America, and just the entirety of, say, the propagandist, taxpayer-funded, government-organized and distributed media in the UK with the BBC and in Australia with the ABC, and the bullshit going on in the absolutely fucking cucked, culturally dead state of Canada, nobody's talking about this. And nobody can afford to talk about this. And in fact, an official statement from the administration of Justin Trudeau denies that this genocide is happening and says that all reports of this wholesale slaughter of white South Africans is false propaganda being run by Nazis. See, the cult of progressivism, and it is a cult, it has a dogma that will be held up in the face of whatever reality refutes it, and all reality refutes progressives because all progressives do is lie, and they have to because they're in full flight from reality. They cannot deny their central dogma of white privilege, that white people don't work for what they have, white people don't deserve what they have, white people cannot be oppressed, white people cannot be abused, and white people cannot be the subject of racism. And even when presented with a literal, and I do mean literal by fucking definition, genocide, they will deny it. Because there is no limit to the immorality and savagery of progressives. Every time, and I do mean every time I make a video for you guys, I have this internal cringe listening to myself speak. Surely I must be hyperbolic. Surely I must be exaggerating. No, I'm not. Progressives are evil. Their ideology is absolutely murderous and evil. They are racists. They are sexists. They do not care if you die, if you are murdered. They don't care. And in fact, they secretly applaud it. Some of them not so secretly. Some of them are openly happy. And in fact, I think even in countries like America, where the progressive problem isn't nearly as bad as it is in Canada and in the UK, that the rapid militarization of progressives becoming a very much like that fucking cult in Waco. They're even starting to arm themselves. The only reason why we aren't seeing more and more murder, I mean, there are several isolated progressive murderers and spree killers over the past couple of years, but I think the only reason why they haven't started a much more sustained campaign of murdering people is because the immorality of progressives is only surpassed by their fucking cowardice. So, when hundreds of people every year are being killed in South Africa, and there have been some conservatives who've gone out and just talked to people on the street. I saw this video recently where a Jewish guy in a yarmulke was walking around Australia asking people, do you think Australia should take in white refugees from South Africa because there's a genocide going on? People threatened him, called him a fascist, called him a racist, called him a Nazi, insisted that they would much rather continue taking on Syrian and Somalian refugees, and had absolutely no interest in helping white people. And some guys literally threatened him, and if it wasn't for the fact that this Jewish gentleman was walking around with an utterly fucking massive bodyguard, there were some fucking cucks that threatened to fight him right there on the street just for asking, hey, should we help white victims of literal genocide, not conspiracy, ooh, they're replacing us. No, slaughter. Rape and slaughter. South Africa is the rape capital of the world, by the way. As far as we know, there's probably some other countries that are worse, but as far as we know, reporting in so-called Western countries, South Africa is by far the worst. It's rapidly becoming a failed state being run by psychopaths. And not just progressive psychopaths, full-blown socialist psychopaths. Now, of course, to end here, there is a little bit of a disclaimer. The only thing that is surpassed by the savagery of progressives, the inhumanity of progressives, and the cowardice of progressives is the ignorance of progressives. Especially in Canada and in the US, a lot of times when you ask a person who claims to be a socialist what their policies are, they're not socialist. They just want free shit. They'll usually go down the Bernie list of give me free college, give me free insurance, give me free this, give me free that, raise my minimum wage. They just want free shit. They don't understand that generally the way to get free shit is to ask for lower taxes rather than support programs and immigration policies that cause the government to hemorrhage money and then leverage more taxes because they're retarded. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They have no idea that what socialism is when the government takes over and runs everything. When the government controls production. When the government controls the media. When the government controls the culture. Now, if there's one thing that you can generally count on, even the most ignorant, useful idiot who's probably not that bad of a person but has no idea what they're supporting because they're stupid and indoctrinated. Even those people tend to support totalitarian state control of culture, which is actually the most evil of all of that shit. Even though a state is ruined by the previous two things of control of the media and control of the fucking production, especially. That's what's happening to Venezuela. What really ruins human lives is when fucking people who deny butchery, people who would in fact support butchery if they had the balls to commit it, or would be happy if somebody else who did have the balls to commit it did, because keep in mind that so many progressives are just full-blown balls-to-the-wall, hate-filled racists who say, kill all white people very casually, and they mean it. But they don't have the balls to do it. They would just be happy if somebody else got around to doing it, because perhaps even foremost among progressives, savagery, immorality, and cowardice, and ignorance is their laziness. Hence the I want free shit thing. But I know I'm talking a little bit longer, and I've been trying to keep my videos under 10 minutes, so just to fill you guys in, they don't care if you die. They in fact hope you die, and some of them might even have the balls to kill you. But for the most part, these people are evil. They'll deny genocide, they'll commit genocide, they'll assault you in the streets, and they'll call you every name that they are. Progressives call everyone racist, sexist, homophobe, transphobe. misogynist, fucking xenophobe, all that shit. That is all what a progressive is. A progressive is everything evil. Resist them, of course, in all means that are non-violent. Because violence is the purview of progressives. Hate is the purview of progressives. Now, I would love to be the one who's intelligent enough, disciplined enough, and diligent enough to reason with these people, debate them, and to not just fucking loathe them and curse at them. But I am not the honey that gathers more flies. I am the vinegar that reminds you, who already agree with me, that the problem is far fucking worse than you have currently accepted. I am not exaggerating, I'm not lying to you, and I am not hyperbolic. These people are cancer. And they will ruin everything good in your life if given the chance. And they'll be very happy about ruining everyone's lives, taking away everyone's human rights, and they will dance on your dead body if given the chance. That is how fucking savage these people are.